December 2nd, at Alexander Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals at Capital One Arena. December 5th, at home against the Metropolitan Division leading New Jersey Devils at Nationwide Arena. December 8th, at the Metropolitan Division leading New Jersey Devils at Prudential Center. December 9th, at home against the Arizona Coyotes at Nationwide Arena. Columbus Blue Jackets vs. Pittsburgh Penguins Season Series. December 21st, at the Pittsburgh Penguins at PPG Paints Arena. December 27th, at the Pittsburgh Penguins at PPG Paints Arena. February 18th, at home against the Pittsburgh Penguins at Nationwide Arena. April 5th, at home against the Pittsburgh Penguins at Nationwide Arena. The Blue Jackets have gone 2-4 in their last 6 games in the month of November, winning at the Florida Panthers, losing at the Tampa Bay Lightning, losing at the New York Rangers, losing at home against the Nashville Predators, losing at home against the Carolina Hurricanes, and winning at the Detroit Red Wings. According to NHL.com, the Blue Jackets won 2-1 in a shootout at the Detroit Red Wings on Saturday, but are 1-3-1 in their past 5 games after going 4-1-0 in their previous 5. This will be the second of a 4-game homestand for the Canadiens, and they're 1-0 so far as they won against the Sabres 2-1 in overtime on November 11th. According to NHL.com, the Canadiens are 6-2-0 in their past 8 games after beginning the season 2-7-1. Player watch: Montreal Canadiens. Captain, number 67, left winger Max Pacioretty, my favorite player on the Canadiens. Last season, 35 goals, 32 assists, and 67 points. Through 18 games, 7 goals, 5 assists, and 12 points. Pacioretty is an all-around playmaker, and even though I'm a Blue Jackets fan, it would be awesome if Pacioretty could hoist the Stanley Cup. Number 27, left winger Alex Galchenyuk. Last season, 17 goals, 27 assists, and 44 points. This season, through 18 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, and 6 points. Galchenyuk is another all-around playmaker for Montreal, so these numbers are a little bit surprising to me. But he can score goals, so the Blue Jackets have to keep an eye on him tonight. Number 6, defenseman Shea Weber. Traded to Montreal for PK Subban before the start of last season. Last season, 17 goals, 25 assists. Through 17 games, 3 goals and 8 assists. I consider Weber to be the X factor on this team, so the Jackets need to try and slow him down. Number 92, center Jonathan Drouin, I'm not sure, traded to Montreal from Tampa Bay during the offseason. Last season with the Lightning, 21 goals, 32 assists, and 53 points. Through 17 games, 3 goals, 9 assists, and 12 points. These numbers for Jonathan Drouin, are extremely surprising in my opinion. That's because I've always considered Drouin to be a goal scorer, but I think he will get going. Carey Price isn't in goal tonight because he's injured, and his backup Al Montoya is also out for Montreal. So instead, it is number 39, Charlie Lindgren. He's making his 5th consecutive start. Through 4 games, he's 3-1, 138 shots against him going into tonight, but now it is 147 shots against him. I'm sure it's more by now. He's given up 5 goals going into tonight, but Josh Anderson scored, so now it's 6 goals again, and his goals against average is 1.24. Player watch: Columbus Blue Jackets. Number 77, right winger Josh Anderson. He scored the first goal in tonight's game. Last season, 17 goals and 12 assists and 29 points. Through 17 games, 7 goals, 3 assists, and 10 points. Anderson has proven to be a clutch goal scorer, getting the 2 goals in the Blue Jackets' early season win at Carolina. Number 13, right winger Cam Atkinson. Last season, 35 goals, 27 assists, and 6 points, which doesn't make sense. Through 14 games, 4 goals and 1 assist, and 5 points. I consider Atkinson to be a solid all-around player. But goals and assists aren't everything. Atkinson does other things that helps the team, which don't show up on the stat sheet. Number 9, left winger Artemi Panarin, traded from Chicago to Columbus for Brandon Saad. Last season, 31 goals, 43 assists, and 74 points with the Chicago Blackhawks. Through 18 games, 3 goals, 10 assists, and 13 points. These numbers are very surprising to me. Panarin seemed like a goal scorer when he was with the Blackhawks last season, but this season he's become more of an assist man with the Jackets. Number 64, center Tyler Mott, part of the Brandon Saad trade. Last season, 4 goals, 3 assists, and 7 points with the Chicago Blackhawks. Through 7 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. I think Mott is still trying to figure out his place in the NHL and on this Blue Jackets team, but he's contributed so far. Sergei Bobrovsky, through 15 games, he's 9-4, 429 shots against him going into tonight, but now it is 433. He's given up 32 goals going into tonight, and his goals against average is 2.24. My prediction is that, unfortunately, Montreal will come out with the win tonight by a score of 4-3 in overtime. I think it is going to be a very tough game tonight in Montreal. That's because the Canadiens are playing well right now, and they're in 5th place in the Atlantic Division. However, the Blue Jackets are tied with several teams for 2nd place in the Metropolitan Division. And for some reason, and not surprisingly, it's tough to go into Montreal and get the win. I just don't think the Columbus can do it. And like I said, it is usually very challenging to beat the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. Before I end this video, I wanted to take the time to talk about a lifetime goal that I am slowly developing. This lifetime goal is to see a game at every NHL team's home arena, which is the same goal I have in the NBA. So far, I have been to 2 arenas, and I am 0-2. My first ever NHL game was on December 22nd, 2015, at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, and the game was between the Vancouver Canucks and the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Canucks won the game 2-1. My second stop was on March 3rd, 2016, at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and the game was between the Minnesota Wild and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just like the game in Tampa, the road team won by a score of 2-1. I don't know which arena I'll be going to next or when, but I do know that I want the NHL to do another expansion and award an NHL team to the cities of Seattle and Milwaukee. Thank you everyone for watching tonight's Columbus Blue Jackets at Montreal Canadiens game preview and player watch. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button below and click that subscribe button below. I will see you all next time. This is Unger to the Max, signing off.